guys, happy Monday. Oh my god, we all work way too hard, but that goes without saying. I think the events of the last 2 weeks, they've been so interesting. It's kind of been like a mini pandemic / modern day witch hunt / 9/11 / JFK assassination. It's just so, like, what has allowed me to kind of let it go is the fact that JFK, right, the man was assassinated 50, 60 years ago, November 22nd of 1963. Like, that guy has been gone for a very, very long time. And it was just this year that they were like, yeah, we're gonna give you guys the files. Yeah, like that's what Orange Man ran on, partly. And a lot of those files, did come out. Not all of them. And even then, the stuff that did come out is, there's a lot of black. So, and it's actually funny. I think they whited out a lot of the stuff because it's like they've realized that, like, people like to print. They got so many complaints of people who print out this shit to, for record. They got so many complaints that were like, hey, we can't afford fucking these big black squares. The ink is very expensive. Can you just fucking white it out? And they're like, yeah, sure. So fucking funny. But anyway, yeah, it's like, just let it go. I don't know who needs to hear this, but let it fucking go. 3 words. 4 words. Israel probably did it. Okay? That's all you need to know. Probably. We don't know for sure. But the motive is there, the means are there, the fact that we kind of all are looking at each other, like the people here alive with brains are like, yeah, this country is kind of like being occupied inside out. It's crazy. There's nothing we can do, seemingly. Because the Christians are fucking following, like, they're upholding these devious Jews, this devious faction of Jews. They're doing it because they think it's the right thing to do. Like, so religion has been hijacked. The country's been hijacked. Politics, everything's been hijacked. Nothing's going to change because if you don't agree, you're either godless or evil or a liberal or a psychopath. Just all this weird shit. And it's so funny. There was this girl on, like, I think Instagram. She played one of my favorite songs, the Logical Song, I believe, by Supertramp. An excellent song. I just love. I love that sound, and the words are so fucking deep. But, like, one of them is like, they'll call you a radical, a liberal, da 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 da. It's like, yeah, like, that's what happens. Like, I cannot believe how many people in my comments section alone were like, you're an evil, disgusting liberal. It's like, what are you fucking talking about? What are you fucking talking about? What are you fucking talking about? Shut up! Like, no, just, so I don't know. On one hand, I'm like so fucking just over everything because, right, it's our 9/11, our JFK, our Rona, all over again, all in one. Not really, I guess, the Rona, because nobody's sick, but it kind of in a way, because it was like, if you didn't immediately, profess your love for this man and just, denounce the killer, you were a sick individual. So anyway, just let it go because, right, 50, 60 years later, we don't know what the fuck happened to JFK. Some people have, an idea. Again, same thing. Israel probably did it. but like we don't know for sure. And right, 9/11, we don't know. Same thing though. Israel probably did it. So, but we don't fucking know. It's so weird. Like here we are, 24 years later, and like we're still finding out shit, right? Like I swear to God, within the last 2 months or so, I found out that another building fell down, but not besides the Twin Towers and Building 7. There was apparently a Building 3 that fell down. Like what? Like, oh my fucking God, man. Oh my God. Like it's never gonna end. So we're never gonna fucking know who did it. We don't even know if he's dead. There's enough evidence to say that he's probably not dead, because what they're saying happened wouldn't go down that way, okay? A gun of that caliber, you can look it up. That caliber of gun is used to kill grizzlies, big deer, okay? If a human was shot in the neck, he would be decapitated. 1,000% decapitated. There would have been blood for like a 5-foot radius. Like people would have had blood on them. It's just too much. It's too much. And unless Charlie Kirk was as important to you as the 3,000 or so people who died on September 11th, or, you know, just as important as JFK, what a joke that would be. But if he was, whatever, I don't care. Revere who you want to revere, man. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to call you disgusting. I'm not going to call you evil. I'm going to look at you sideways and be like, okay, whatever, you know, like, why are you talking to me? Because from the little bits that I saw of that man talk, he would have not been a fan of me. He would have not been a fan of me. And, you know, it's fine, because I have one friend, you, obviously, and I don't approve of her life. I don't. But she is an amazing person. And so she is, I would call her my friend, and I do ultimately respect her as a person, because even though her life choices are, you know, because I've heard her struggles, and it's like, well, in my head, I'm thinking, well, why do you do this then? Why do you do that then? Those two things are antithetical to these things that bother you, that hold you back, that you would like to get off of your back. So, you know, maybe Charlie Kirk would have been like that with me. He would have been like, man, like you just, the way you live your life is just so disgusting to me. But you seem nice. You seem relatively intelligent. You know, fist bump. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. That's all that, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened to that man. I'm so, like, grossed out by the people out there who, like stubbornly refuse to accept anything but the narrative. Like, they're like being, it's so, like, religious coded thinking to just be like, you know what, there's all this talk, because everyone reads the comments, okay? Everyone reads the fucking comments. Everybody reads the titles of videos, right? That's how you know what to click on. So I can't imagine there's really anybody out there who, like, unless they're never on YouTube or something, who hasn't seen at least a handful of videos being like, this shit isn't adding up. Like, this shit just does not add up. Like, and even if one was not to go on YouTube, you literally just watched, you know, mainstream media on your TV. I don't know, like, it it really, there's a lot that just, because even today I saw a headline that said that FBI says there was no exit wound on Charlie Kirk's body. There's no exit wound. It's like, I guess maybe if you didn't know shit about guns, you'd be like, okay, because they're pulling this like, yeah, he was made of steel shit. That guy was such a fucking god that a fucking, what, 38 caliber gun? I don't know, but like, I know the gun. My boyfriend's into guns, and I've seen some of his bullets, and they're literally, like, especially the ones for deer and such, they're like a third the size of my face. Like, what do you mean? And it's the same thing as JFK. Yeah, the magic bullet theory, right? It went through his head and then in his body and da-da-da-da-da. But that same bullet is actually, you can go view it at some museum, probably in Washington, D.C., and yeah, it's fully intact. But it is. That's what everybody's, you know, gonna believe. So anyway, if you want to believe in the 2025 version of the magic bullet theory, go right on ahead. Right? Go right the fuck on ahead. Start going to church, whatever you think makes you a better person. But I can't stand by a lot of people who just, you know, they're taking this as a new boogeyman. I mean, the liberals have always been a boogeyman to a lot of people, because I think a lot of the fringe liberals, you know, with their beliefs, that are a little more, you know, a little more fringe, to say the least, a little more out there, and yeah, detrimental to like a young child's mind. Like, yeah, I get it. But, I don't trust you. Now I do. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why, but I want to say, like, if things were right, if our politics really worked, if there really were two sides, well, I guess if there really were three sides, my first inclination would be libertarian. And this is just from a stupid person's perspective, an uneducated person's perspective. My first inclination would be to be part of the libertarian movement. Secondly, I have to say, would be Democrat. Third would be Republican, because at this point, I have just such a bad taste in my mouth from religious people for two reasons. Because they're so fucking stupid, and this is something that I've always known, I've always thought, I've always felt my whole life. I've always just thought, man, Christians are fucking stupid people. Like, they're really stupid. And also, they're hypocritical. Like, and I don't know which, well, I would say being hypocritical is worse, because, you know, stupid is kind of as stupid is, like, there's just some people who, they're just not going to get smarter. Like, I don't know why. I feel like everybody could get smarter, but there's a lot of people who, I don't know, the reality is, like, when you really get into human beings, it's like, damn, like, you're really just stupid, like, you're really just dumb, and there's nothing you can really do about it, you know, because, like, I could say, man, you need to read more books, and they'd read stupid books, you know, that would arguably make them stupider, like a lot of women do, like, with romance novels and shit like that. It's like, God. And I said this a long time ago in a video, and somebody, like, left me a long comment, and I could tell that they, like, never left comments for some reason, but they were like, because I was like, what is it with all these fucking broads reading these big fatty books, but they're so fucking stupid, you know? And this person was just like, yeah, no, it doesn't matter, like, reading doesn't fucking matter, it just depends on what you're reading, and, like, your ability to have critical thought over what you're reading. It was a really sincere comment, and those are pretty rare. So anyway, I appreciated it. But what am I talking about? I don't know. Yeah, it's just Christians right now. It's just like, oh, like one of my, it's weird. I just had a breakup. I had a breakup. A person on YouTube that I've talked about her. I brought her up a couple times. But HRH Collection, for the longest time, that girl was like my favoriteest YouTuber because she was just so honest and outrageous, and I related to so much of what she said, just like really, you know, it's weird. Like I was so convinced she was an introvert because of the way that she just explained being around people and just immediately going mute. And, you know, I feel like she would even say, like, I can hang out with one person one-on-one, but, like, as soon as there's another person, like, it's over. Like, I cannot, the more people there are, the quieter I get. And I just feel like, you know, INFJ is because we mirror. It's like a mirror can't mirror two things at once, right? Oh, just one. So, but yeah, somebody in my comments, I don't know, I think a Muslim girl or something, she was like, HRH is not an INFJ, she's an ENFP. And I swear to God, I thought about that for so long, and I'm at the point where I have to fucking agree because, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I'm done with her. Like, I'm done with her because, and she's been increasingly less and less somebody that I could relate to, much less really, like, because I don't hate watch. I don't understand the concept. So I started to realize, like, man, I'm starting to, like, not enjoy watching her. So anyway, but yeah, I've completely broken up with her. Partly also because I gave up Instagram a while ago. She's been one of so many people who, after Charlie Kirk's assassination, went full Christian retard. Just full Christian fucking retard. Refuses to think about anything weird about it, just as like, you know what? No, fuck liberals. Liberals are evil. Liberals should die. And I'm going to go to church now. And it's like, oh my God, like, okay, like, you should probably do that because you need God. But, yeah, I don't follow people like that. I really don't like organized religion. And, anyway, that's just like a weird little side confession. It's growth for me because I do think it's good when you kind of outgrow somebody on YouTube, in real life too, right? But, in either dimension, when you outgrow someone, I do think that that's a good thing. I really think that that's a good thing. That said, because I realized that, like, yeah, this new timeline that we're on, I'm gonna just change my, you know, because I do like to know things, right? I like to categorize things. So I've accepted that I can't categorize what happened to Charlie Kirk. There's too much that we will never know. Because JFK, I think he did die though, but even then, like, no, I was not around in 63, and like, if you look at those autopsy photos, that doesn't look like him either, so who knows what happened to that guy. Anyway, it's just too big of a rabbit hole. There's too many worms in the can. I'm not a fisherman. I'm not interested. I don't want to deal with it. So yeah, I've kind of like shifted my priorities a little bit, just because, you know, at work I have the luxury of being able to listen to headphones all day. So basically, you know, a YouTube video, I can't watch it, but I can hear, and I'm done. I don't care. No more theories, no more new evidence. Don't care. Like, I don't care. Because ultimately what happened to him doesn't, I feel like I know, I have a good enough theory that I'm going to run with it, and I feel good about whom it holds holds accountable. So, you know, it's not like just random blue-haired liberals. No, you know, like I've met enough blue-haired liberals, and they're really not. They're not. Dangerous is one of the last words I would use to describe, like, physically being around a liberal. Dangerous is not one of the top 5 or even 10 adjectives I would use. It's just really not. Of course, you know, the liberal people are on a spectrum, so, you know, it's like, well, you know, what side of the spectrum are we on? But I think, you know, as long as you stay off of the fucking end of it, even then, like, I wouldn't have my kid around a perverted liberal, but in the same way, I wouldn't have my kid around a perverted conservative or a perverted libertarian. You know, the perverts come in all shapes and sizes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just, yeah, I don't know. It's too much. It, in many ways, doesn't matter. I'm fairly certain I know who did it. I called it right the fuck out. The day it happened, I was like, wow, like, I'm surprised Israel let this happen. Silly you. They did it. They let it happen because they did it. I wasn't so up to date with Charlie Kirk to know that he fucking was turning his back, right? He had just recently, in the last month or so, declined a visit to Israel and $150 million from Benjamin. I'm not gonna ever call him Netanyahu. I'm gonna try and remember his last name. It's like Mavowski or something like that. Bitch, you're not an Israeli. You're a fucking Polish guy. You're a Polish guy that grew up in fucking New Jersey or something. Fuck you, you fucking fuck. That's the thing with them. They change their names. Who the fuck changes their name? You can't trust somebody that changes their name. And that includes fucking JD Vance. He's not a, you know, one of them, but the man has changed his name 3 times, maybe 4. That's strange. You can't trust that. I mean, quite honestly though, with that guy specifically, that's the last of our worries. Whose dick has his lips been on, right? Like, that guy is, let's just say he likes lizards. Or lizards like him? I don't know. Shut up. Too hot to fucking think, man. Summer's coming to a close, you guys. I feel really good about it because I didn't wear shorts once. I think I wore a dress once, and that was to like a little party thingy. But yeah, I got away this summer without wearing shorts. Thank fucking God. I don't mind shorts, but my legs are not like, they're not sexy like that. They're not sexy legs. My boyfriend likes them, but they're like, they look like toddler legs because I've got fat knees. Really, the shorts do not do it for me. Anyway, if you want to, you know, I advise you to just walk away from it. Go into music, go into fashion, go into architecture, go into painting, go into crafting. Just get out of it. Get the fuck out of it, guys. It doesn't fucking matter what happened. It really fucking doesn't. And if you have now found God because of it, okay, cool. But, you know, I just want you to know that you really didn't need that. You are good as you are. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.